Taurus, love and light. Thank you for visiting my channel. Today I'll be doing an energy reading to look at your surrounding energies and some of your overall energies to see what all messages the Divine Spirit has for you today. So, without further ado, Taurus, let's get into it. Clear the deck. Clear the deck. Taurus. Dear Divine, what messages do we have for Taurus today? Please and thank you. What messages do we have for Taurus? Please and thank you. I'm going to make some space over here. Okay, Taurus. Please and thank you. Okay, so let's see what we got. New opportunities. Okay, Taurus, so it looks like there may be some new opportunities surrounding you. Let's see, what else? Clear the deck. Clear the deck. Okay, Taurus. Dear Divine, what other messages do we have for Taurus? What other messages do we have for Taurus? Please and thank you. Okay. Anointment. So it looked like you have learned to surrender to a lot of pain, maybe a lot of betrayal. You're starting to find stability in all of these situations with all these thoughts, these painful thoughts, these hurtful thoughts, betraying thoughts. And with surrendering to all of this, it looks like these new opportunities are starting to arise. When you learn to let go of all of these things. Okay. What else? Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me see a couple of things here. Clear the deck. Clear the deck. Okay, hold on. Let me see something. Yeah. Let's see, it says relax, accept, regroup. So yeah, you're starting to find stability. You're starting to relax. You're no longer becoming overwhelmed with these thoughts, or you're no longer becoming worked up, by these thoughts. You're starting to accept things, whether you didn't like the thoughts, whether you ran from the thoughts, whether they were true, untrue, whatever the case may be. It's like you're learning to accept it. If this is the case, it is what it is. If it's not the case, then okay, well, let's accept this, and it's not the case, and it's not what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Like, I don't know, something like that, And it says regroup. Yeah, because you're starting to regroup. It's like, yeah, it is what it is, or it ain't what it ain't. So, hey, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it ain't. It's not. Whatever. But, yes. Anointment. Acceptance. Surrendering. It's like she put her hands out. Like, I'm done with this. This is in God's hands. Okay. Taurus. We already cleared the deck. Okay. Dear Divine, what other messages do we have for Taurus? Please and thank you. What other messages do we have for Taurus? Please and thank you. Believe in the impossible. So now that you're relaxing and regrouping and accepting things and controlling, overcoming these thoughts, these painful thoughts, or these betraying thoughts, or backstabbing thoughts, or whatever type of thoughts that were getting to you and bothering you, it's like now that you're releasing those, it's like bring in new ones. Start believing in the impossible now. Start thinking about these new opportunities, and with these new opportunities, believe the impossible, because anything can happen. Let me see what else. Where's the book? It's saying that there's potential for your dreams, and it's also reminding you to keep your slate clean as well. Remember to have gratitude and forgiveness. So yeah, with this, okay, so this can go one or two ways depending on what end you're on. For some of you, you have already surrendered to this pain and to these thoughts. And for some of you, you may still need to seek stability. You may have not surrendered, and Spirit is telling you to surrender, that you need to surrender, and that there's new opportunities awaiting you, and to believe in the impossible instead of believing in these sabotaging thoughts, these non-helpful thoughts, these hurtful thoughts. Along with that, they're saying to have gratitude and also apply forgiveness, because all of these things were to prepare you for these new opportunities, so that you don't lose them, so that you don't sabotage yourself, so that you learn from these mistakes now, so that when things do come your way, you're able to have more gratitude, you're able to accept them, you're able to, really be grateful. Trying to think of words here, but yeah. But it's saying forgiveness. You need to forgive yourself, and you also have to forgive others, so that you don't block these opportunities for you. For those of you who have, remember to stay in the attitude of gratitude, because you know that all of this was for a reason, and you've gotten the lesson, and you're ready for these new opportunities, and you need to just keep believing in the impossible. So whatever side you fall on, and these new opportunities is a result for this, for those who have already accepted things and of that nature. Okay, let's keep going. Clear the deck. Clear the deck. Clear the line. What messages do we have for Taurus? Please and thank you. What other messages do we have for Taurus? Oh wow, please and thank you. That's a lot of cards, Taurus. Okay. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So, for those of you, again, who have accepted things, you're doing this because you want to expand your consciousness and awareness. You're coming to see things, you're coming to learn things, you're coming to accept things, and now you want to grow and you want to know more things. You want to, learn more things. And then for the other group, for those that Spirit is telling you, that you need to learn to accept some things and surrender some things, so that you can become more stable and find more stability within yourself, within your soul, within your life, within your thoughts. It's saying that you need to expand your consciousness and your awareness. There's more growth that needs to be done. You're still learning these lessons. There's more growth. And again, I remember mentioning gratitude, forgiveness. Sometimes forgiveness is not easy. Sometimes you do have to be the bigger person to forgive. You don't have to wait for another person to forgive you. You don't have to wait for another person to make it right. You can be the bigger person. This is about growth. This is about your consciousness and your awareness, not about what the next person is doing, or I'm going to wait for them to do it, or they need to do it first, or they need to respect me, or respect my gangster, or whatever the case may be. This is not the weight game. This is the growing game. It's like, you do what you need to do, okay? Wait if you want to. Waste your life if you want. I wouldn't advise it, but okay. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, we're gonna flip them over. Okay. Let's see what else we got here, Taurus. Let's see what's on the bottom side of these cards. So we got Soulmate. And so there's a person, and then I see new inspiration up under that. But so there's a person who you've had this connect. So you've had a connection with a person with whom you've been learning a lot of life lessons. This person could be responsible for, well, not really responsible, but a lot of these thoughts, a lot of this pain could be surrounded around this soulmate person. I want to say karmic because this is my karmic soulmate card. A person with whom you're here to learn life lessons with, or to atone for life lessons, or make up for past life lessons, or refix, or whatever you want to call it. Make good with that stuff. So and then for some of you could be wanting new opportunities with this person. And some of you may not want opportunities. Some of you just may, some of you have come to accept all the things, all the painful and hurtful lessons that came within this dynamic and situations. And some of you are still learning to accept these things. Okay. But either way it goes, there's no inspiration. For the ones who's needing to accept it, I believe that there is some type of new inspiration for you to start believing in the impossible, for you to start wanting to grow and expand your consciousness and your awareness, so that you can have new opportunities. These new opportunities is making there's new inspiration there for you because you're wanting new opportunities. And then for the ones who have accepted it, I hope I'm not losing or confusing you all. And for the ones who have come to accept it, You've gotten inspiration from this too, because you know that there's already new opportunities, and you've already grown from this. So, but either way, it's new inspiration for each whatever side you fall on. Okay, let's keep going. It says you and your loved ones are safe. Oh, this is the wrong. I kind of skipped a pal here, but let's see. Believe in the impossible. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay, so for those of you who have learned to accept things and who's ready to move on and move forth and has overcome challenges and have this new inspiration, is ready for new opportunities, is telling you to believe in the possible and that you and your loved ones are safe. So don't let any fear of you and your loved ones be a factor when it comes to these new opportunities and this new inspiration. Yeah. But let me go back to where I'm supposed to be with this. And then, well, real quick, I might as well while I'm on it. Okay, so for those who's on the other end, whose spirit is telling they still need to learn to accept things or release things and let things go, they're saying to you that you and your loved ones are safe. So with them letting things go, you may have a fear that for some of you that may have a family together, you may want to, for those who have a family together, and there may be some type of separation that's going to be involved due to the growth and the non-growth, or still wanting to, or still the needing to grow. It's telling you to not worry about your loved ones, that they're safe, and to not even, be too worried about even yourself and what's ahead and what lies for you, because it's saying that you are safe as well. It's saying that there's new opportunities to come with this growth. Is what you should be concerned and focused on. Honestly, Spirit said they got, your loved ones, they really got you too. If you get out there and do what you're supposed to do, if you go out there and take that risk, or believe in the impossible, and you go out there and try to live life through faith, pretty much. Like, don't be afraid to go out there and live like through faith. Like, don't be afraid of opportunities. Don't be afraid of commitment. Don't be afraid of loving. Don't be afraid of trying. Don't be afraid of growth. Don't be afraid of love. Don't be afraid, like, whatever it is that you may be afraid of. Yeah. Okay, hold on, because I'm getting so off track here because I'm skipping cards. Was this supposed to even be? It is now. Okay. Naked Before the Stars, because this is where we were supposed to be. And then up under that it's saying, is this me? But what Naked Before the Stars is saying, oh yeah, like, don't be afraid to get out there and shine. Don't be afraid to get out there and be yourself. That's what it's saying. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, to be yourself. Don't be afraid to shine. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to live your life for God either. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid of being a bigger person. Because I know sometimes they look at people of the bigger person and they be like, oh, no, they just a person, or they just a ethnic. It's like, hold on, so because I'm the bigger person and I don't want to engage in negativity, there's something wrong with me? I'm what? Because people got some weird thinking, and they'll mess your mind up and your thinking too if you allow them or let them. So let's not do that. They'll have you thinking, they'll make you forget who you are. Don't let people confuse you. Don't let this world mislead you. Okay, let's keep going. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yeah. They ain't talking about nothing. So with this fear, from whatever these thoughts are, from whatever, it's like it's saying, find the inner strength to face that fear with confidence. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to believe in the impossible. Don't be afraid to take on the world. Don't be afraid to let your light shine. Don't be afraid to be a light for God. Don't be afraid to step in mission. Don't be afraid to, find purpose. Don't be afraid to be that light who you are. If you want to hide in the dark, you're going to live in the dark. That's kind of how that works. And for the others, because I apologize, there's two different groups here. You have found that courage. you face fear with confidence. You know you are the light, and you let your light shine. You here shining. You're here shining for the glory of God, and you're performing for God. You're not performing for these fake fans and these artificial groupies, and you know what I'm saying. Like, no, I'm not here. I'm not on the spotlight for y'all. You know what I'm saying. I'm here to shine for God. You know what I'm saying. This is my light to shine for the glory of God, and not for no groupies and fans and whoever else, whatever. But yeah. Let me see. Let me read something. Let me see what the messages I have with this card right here. Before I do my last little cards, 22 minutes. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. Reevaluate, balance, trust. Yeah, challenge, confidence, commitment. Exactly. When I say don't be afraid to be yourself on this card right here. Yeah. So for some of you, you found that courage to move forth in faith. And for some of you, you need to find that courage, you know what I'm saying, to move forth in faith when it comes to these challenges. You need to reevaluate yourself and try to figure out who you're trying to perform for. Try to figure out who you're trying to impress, who you're trying to look good for. You know what I'm saying? Are you doing this for your ancestors? Are you doing this for God? Are you doing this for yourself? Or are you doing it for all these little artificial lights and fans in the back? Okay, let's see. Is that it? Almost. Okay. What other cards do we have? These. Okay. So yeah, let's do some of those good messages cards, Let's see what the book says too. Even though it's self-explanatory, self-explained. Okay. Clear deck. Clear deck. Alright, dear Divine, what messages do we have for Taurus? Please and thank you. What messages do we have for Taurus? Please and thank you. It says, raindrops, take a chance on them. So for some of you, I'm getting, this is saying well, for both, it's saying, and to me, 11, yeah, and I see these fairies right here in the background of the picture, but to me, when it's saying take a chance on them, it's saying to take a chance on your spirit guides, take a chance on this spirituality stuff, take a chance in believing, you know, in higher laws and spiritual ways and things of that nature, and not just worldly ways and things like that. Because for some of you, for the ones who haven't surrendered, it's telling you, like, surrender to the divine, you know, surrender to spirit, to the divine. You know, listen more to your ancestors, listen more to your intuition, listen more, connect more with the universe, and the life forces out there. And then for those who have surrendered, it's saying take a chance on them. And I think that goes with the believing in the impossible. Like, it's saying take a chance on them, believe in the possible. Like, baby girl, your dreams can come true with these new opportunities. Like, or a boy, whichever. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, it's saying, mural, it's saying be your own first priority. And again, that goes both ways. You know, for the ones whose spirit is telling you to surrender to the divine and take a chance on them, and expand your consciousness and your awareness, and, you know, find that strength to face that fear with confidence. They're saying to put yourself first. You know, stop putting all these crazy thoughts first, that's surrounded with this person, with this mate, this soulmate of yours, this karmic soulmate of yours that you were here to learn lessons from, and learn to put yourself first, so that you can continue to grow your consciousness and your awareness, so that you can come into these new opportunities. And then for those, again, who have already surrendered, they're telling you to, they're reminding you to make your own self first priority. You know, don't stop loving yourself. Don't stop doing whatever you're doing. Don't go backwards. Keep loving yourself. Make yourself a priority. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're remaining disciplined. Make sure you're remaining to protect yourself. Make sure you remain to stay grounded. Make sure you continue to stay connected with spirit. Make sure you're, you know, you're slowing down. You're not over rushing. You're not overdoing or over whatever. Eating. Make sure you're not overthinking. And make sure you're putting your priorities first as well. You know, keep painting that picture, that beautiful, pretty picture that you're painting. And, oh yeah, last but not least, these little cards here that I got. Let's see. Who's that? Who's that? Alright, Taurus. The divine, what are the messages? What last messages do we have for Taurus? Please and thank you. What last messages do we have for Taurus? Please and thank you. Okay, Taurus. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understandings. Proverbs 3:5. So, to me, this goes back to say, take a chance on them. On who? The divine, on God. It says, lean not on your own understanding. Okay, you were down here again to what? To grow. You were down here to expand your consciousness and your awareness. Okay, so when it says lean not on your own understanding, all these things you went through, all this pain you felt, all these hurtful thoughts, all this backstabbing and all that stuff, it was to help you to learn. These challenges were to help you to grow in your faith. It was to teach you to, when it says expand your consciousness and your awareness, if you knew better, you would do better. So therefore, when you get placed into situations like this, it's half your fault. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because of your awareness. You lacked awareness. You didn't know better, so therefore you didn't do better. Your mind, your mentality, the growth of it, your consciousness level wasn't where it needed to be. So therefore, your awareness, it wasn't where it needed to be, and therefore you're getting yourself caught in places like this, physically and mentally, because again, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understandings, because you were down here again to grow, and that's what all this was for, was to teach you, to heighten it, so therefore you have better awareness, so that you know better, you do better, and we overcome this, and we step into what? This new opportunities. But it's saying to believe in the impossible, okay? Trust in the Lord, okay? And our God, in the highest divine, with all your heart, and lean not on your own understandings. Quit worrying about, well, why did he do this? Why did she do this? Why is this not working? No. Why did you get in this predicament in the first place? What was your part in this? What were you supposed to learn from this? Okay? Are you sure you were out here performing for these artificial people? Because it's telling you to be yourself. It's telling you to find inner strength, to face fear with confidence. So where is that courage and that confidence? Are you being yourself? Because if you're not being yourself, then you're only hurting yourself. Growth is what this is for. Everything was for a reason. So once again, trust in our God with all your heart and lean not on your own understandings. And persevere through this, and know that you can do whatever you set your mind to. It's at the bottom of the deck. And then up under that, it says patience. It says, I accept that everything happens in divine order. Everything happens in divine order. So trust in Him with all your heart and lean not on your own understandings. Look at things from a higher perspective. Alright, well, Taurus, that has been your reading. And as always, be encouraged, keep yourself uplifted, stay in love, and as always, peace and love, much love, and one love.